There you are. My dearest. Seed of fate.
Alrighty, what should we do next? Shall we go grab a bite?
I am to return to the academy. The anomalies of the gorges of spirits, the resurgence of that tacit field, and the many wave-worn phenomena occurrences. I should report them in time.
Then I'll go submit our report and prepare the documentation needed for Rover's audience with the magistrate while I'm there.
Then I guess I'll take Rover over to the Nexus Tower for registration first, and we'll just hang out for a while. Being new to Jinzhou and all, she can't be left standing outside the city hall with nothing to do. Hospitality is our local specialty, you know.
Then I'll leave you in Shixia's care, Rover. Is that all right with you? I'll give you a call once the paperwork is done.
Leave it to me.
I'll send the branch of Resin Medical Science a notice. We need to conduct a thorough physical examination on you to make sure you are fine. Come visit the academy after your audience if you have no other plans. Yes. A physical examination would be required to determine if any disease is present. If no medical issues are found, we'll conduct further monitoring and analysis to understand what happened to your body. Of course, we won't do anything without your consent.
You guys done yet? What's the holdup? Let's move! Then I'll have more time to show Rover around. We've got loads of fun in Jinzhou. We can go watch lion dances, hero plays, stand-up shows, and then maybe the martial championships. Plus tons of different treats to try out. You think it, we have it. Chissa, ally of justice at your service. Are you the one in need of a hero?
I have the arrangements in place. Rover, you can come visit the magistrate at any time. Shixia, do you mind bringing Rover over to the city hall?
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting? Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it.
Ew, first time seeing such a crowd in front of the city hall.
I was surprised too. I've never seen so many non-staff personnel here before. here have applied for an audience, but most people were advised to leave by the magistrate's bodyguard upon sending in their applications. The ones staying here are either trying to apply for some other people or just too stubborn to leave. The few that made it inside said it only took one freezing look from Lady Sanhua, and they were compelled to leave.
What kind of description is that? Sounds like they've met some snake-haired lady and got turned into stone.
She's the magistrate's personal bodyguard.
Oh, I've heard of her before. She's the all-round death glare / Terminator ice beauty. That's what the rumors say, at least.
There is a small chance she's not in the city hall, but it's very unlikely for her not to be in Jinzhou. Or rather, it's nearly impossible for the magistrate to leave Jinzhou at all. With her busy schedule, it's already difficult to find any time off. In addition, as the magistrate of Jinzhou, leaving the land under her jurisdiction without authentication is not allowed unless she's engaged on a business trip or when Jinzhou's safety is under threat.
Yep, there's gotta be something big if that's the case. So this is the true confidence of our rover. I agree, though. So far, you've been ticking all the boxes in our magistrate's description. Sure,
Have you thought of something, Rover? You mean... I can't really keep up with your thoughts, but I think a meeting with him...
Same here. Anyway, our magistrate's the best lead we have for now, no matter what she has in store for Rover. Then that's exactly what we're after.
We're on the right track, then. You'll be getting your memories back in no time. What do you think, Rover? Are you in a hurry to recover your memories? In that case, how about meeting with the magistrate first? She may have the answers you're looking for. We're not allowed to go with you. Shizia and I will be right outside the city hall. We'll be waiting for you.
That's right. We're not going anywhere. Just give us a shout if anything goes down. Wait, no, we won't be able to hear ya. Plus, they've got this rule about not yelling inside the city hall.
What do you mean I'm not the VIP the magistrate's expecting? Go see for yourself. Everyone's been talking about it. Every guest is important to Jinzhou. They didn't tell me I'm not. Why can't you...
Please, follow me. Kindly have a seat. Lady Sanhua will be with you shortly. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
I apologize for the delay. My name is Sanhua, the bodyguard of Madam Magistrate. I regret to inform you that Madam Magistrate is currently away. Prior to her departure, she instructed me to bring you these tokens and a welcome gift. Madam Magistrate advised you to explore what these tokens represent during her absence. This may help you acquire the information you desire sooner. I apologize for the inconvenience, but please rest assured she will be here to meet you in 3 days' time. Because she will require at least 3 days to complete her current task. Madam Magistrate wanted to assure you that in 3 days, by any means, she will return to meet you in person. I'll be sure to convey your kindness to Madam Magistrate. Please accept my sincerest gratitude. Yes, Madam Magistrate does hope to have your assistance, but there is no rush for a decision. She does not want to pressure you into anything you may not desire. We invite you to learn about our situation before making a final commitment. Sorry, I cannot disclose her whereabouts at this time. Please trust me that she is eagerly looking forward to meeting you in person. Pardon my inability to provide a better answer. Madam Magistrate has a task that she must handle alone, but she has never for one moment forgotten about her meeting with you. Not knowing exactly when you'd arrive, she had to leave without having the chance to welcome you in person. When it comes to these tokens, it is never her intention to confuse you with the puzzles. Instead, they should serve as clues that lead you toward the truth. Madam Magistrate deeply regrets not having the time to deliver her messages to you in person. We value your presence far more than you might imagine. The same goes for any and all information about you. Since Madam Magistrate is currently away, I cannot make the final confirmation on her behalf. But you are truly exceptional. Regarding that, my eyes can see the frequencies of all living beings. Or rather, those frequencies are the only thing I can see. You share the same frequency with Madam Magistrate. You look undistorted and authentic in your original form. In my eyes, you appear the way you are. They all look different. May I have your terminal for a moment? Indeed, it was an oversight on my end. I will now import my contact information and that of all public services, like patrol stations, into your terminal. I will be here on standby, ready to assist whenever you need me. I need your terminal for regional access authorization. I will also configure the latest utility module for you. Madam Magistrate thought you might need it. The utility module on your terminal has been upgraded to the latest iteration. Now, all the utilities, including sensor, levitator, and grapple, should be fully functional. You are now granted unlimited access to all regions in Jinzhou. I have sent your terminal ID to every border pass and residence beacon. You will only need to display your terminal ID or activate a beacon with your terminal for entry. you are free to visit any part of Jinzhou. Yes, including the City Hall. You have full access to its facilities. Also, may I ask, have you decided your place of residence in Jinzhou? If not, Madam Magistrate has arranged accommodation for you in advance, here in the City Hall. I will lead you to your room if you need. Understood. We will be ready to accommodate you anytime. Anything I can help you with, Rover?
Rover! It took you so long. What gives? Was our magistrate a chatterbox? So Madam Magistrate's not in the City Hall. It sure is.
Shizia. The increasing tacit fields, uncannily powerful tacit discords, and now, our magistrate's absence.
Plus, the mysterious rover.
I'm afraid.
Aren't you the practical type? I'd love me some chili sauce tofu, jinzhou mao chai, spicy meat slices. Ugh, I'm starving. Wait a sec. We still need to meet up with Baizhe first, right?
Do you have any plans, Rover?
Fair point. A 3-day vacation it is. Let's go chill out then. We'll figure out the tokens when we have the chance. Ooh, reminds me of the tokens of love in those stories. It sounds like you're off to a secret date or something. What is our magistrate planning to do with these token puzzles? A soulmate?
So, Madam Magistrate left some hidden clues in her tokens. Clues that only the right person would be able to decipher. But Rover has lost all memories and would likely forget any kind of decryption method they agreed on. It doesn't quite make sense. Or maybe she is trying to make Rover notice something else. Rover, do you mind if we have a look at the tokens?
So, what's so special about them? A candy? Oh, I've had these when I was a kid. I think they were called sugar pearls, but I haven't seen anything like this in a while. Went out of trend, maybe.
It reminds me of my childhood. I still remember the taste. It was so sweet. I was really scared of getting my flu shots when I was little. And sometimes the nurse lady would hand out candies like this as a prize for being good. But what does it mean as a token? It seems like a miniature sundial. It is a horological device that tells time by using sunlight's direction. Sundials in Huanglong usually have marked lines for the 12 shichens in a day. And every shichen is 2 hours long, with some showing seasons or months. The design of this sundial looks a bit unusual though. On this sundial, time seems to be represented by the 12 earthly branches drawn on the outer ring of its surface. And its inner ring shows the 4 symbols, each representing one cardinal direction. These are the 4 famous auspicious beasts in Huanglong's folklore. They are believed to protect people from all 4 directions under heaven. Generally, the teal long represents the east, the white tiger stands for the west, the vermilion bird stands for the south, and finally, we have the black tortoise for the north. It seems the sundial is supposed to show both time and direction. But how could it work when there is not a compass attached? Not to mention, the lack of sunlight basically renders it useless.
Ugh, that requires way too much brain power. The color of this leaf seems a bit odd. Can't tell what...
I think I can feel something from it. Never mind. It's too faint. Maybe it was just my imagination. Sorry. I can't tell what kind of tree this leaf belongs to either. This is a mangosteen fruit. Mangosteens are not native to Zhengzhou. They are usually imported by boat. I think we can find more mangosteens being sold at the nearby markets. They're not always available for purchase, though. The frequent tacit discord outbreaks can disrupt transportation and cause shortages. The Midnight Rangers have greatly improved the situation in recent years, but still. So Jiyan and I share similar childhood memories of the sugar pearl. Do you remember it too, Rover?
When it comes to candies, no one knows them better than the kids of Jinzhou. All right, Baja's still waiting for us at the academy.
I don't have candy like that. But I've got this. It's really good. You can have one. Madam Magistrate said we should be nice to every guest.
There's still some distance to the Huaxiu Academy. Let's see who reaches there fast. Yang just installed some apps for you, remember? Just look for the one that's called Utilities on the terminal. See? Just open the util... See? See? Just open the utilities, select the grapple, and there you go. If you want to be a hero like the Jinzhou Speedster, you gotta master the grapple. Come on, give it a shot, Rover. Wait a sec, someone's looking for me. Yeah? What? When did he disappear? Duty calls. Oops. Oh, sorry, Rover, Yang Yang. I've got to head off for my shift. I'll join you right after I'm done, all right? If you need me, just shout my name. And I, the Jinzhou Speedster, will be there in a sec. Well, you only need to send me a terminal message as you shout. Then I'll be there in a jiffy. Anyway, I gotta go. You guys okay on your own? Give me a heads up when there's any updates.
Sure, go do your thing. Don't worry, I'm staying with him. Rover, let's go inside. Replied to my message. She's probably busy in her lab. Over there must be Mr. Mortifi from the Department of Safety. Baizhi once mentioned him before. He might be able to help us get in touch with Baizhi, but, it seems we've caught him at a bad time. Anyway, let's try asking him, shall we?
What? You need something? My apologies. Did I startle you?
Mr. Mortifi, please pardon our intrusion. We are friends of Baizhi, and we're here to look for her.
I see. I hope I didn't cause any offense earlier.
Not at all. It was us who bothered you.
Baizhi should be in the data analysis room. I'll go tell her you're here.
Thank you, sir. This is Mortifi, a renowned figure in the Department of Safety. He was born in the New Federation, and he joined the Huashu Academy a few years ago. I heard his talent is truly impressive. People say he's a bit scary at first glance, but he's actually quite kind-hearted once you get to know him. Shizia told me he's quite popular with the kids. Children have been pestering him for all kinds of fancy toys, and he's always open to their requests.
Here you are. The data we collected in the Gorges of Spirits has been submitted for analysis, and we'll have the results today. I have the equipment for your physical examinations ready too. Any discoveries during your trip to the City Hall?
What do you think, Baizhi?
I have a hypothesis about the sugar pearl, but I need to verify it first. If possible, I recommend conducting non-destructive tests of all these tokens you have. Data is always straightforward. The first 3 tokens can be tested at my branch's laboratory. This miniature sundial will require radiographic testing, though. To access the necessary equipment, we'll need to file a request with one of the Tacitite Studies-related branches. Yes, Mortifi is the branch of Tacitite Weaponry's head within the Department of Safety. One moment, please.
Give me the items to be tested. Anything else you need me to know, you can let me know now. You may retrieve your items in 20 minutes, and the analysis report will be ready 5 minutes after that. Take a right, and you'll find me in the testing room. This one looks like the early handiwork of someone I know. It's lightweight, and its design differs from that of the typical sundial. And it appears to be missing a part. See? There's a groove here.
It will take some time before the results are ready. If you have other matters to take care of, you should go ahead. I'll let you know once we have the results.
Shall we wait here at the academy, Rover?
Sure you can. But don't forget your physical examination. I'll see you in a while for that. I have the equipment ready. I'll need to check your health status and see if there are any unusual fluctuations. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Do you have any questions before we begin? When a tacit discord is eliminated, its frequency energy may linger in the form of an incorporeal manifestation, which is known as a reverberation. A resonator's terminal collects and records said reverberations, turning them into echoes that can be directed as desired. The combat abilities of these echoes can then be replicated through the terminal's databank module, enabling resonators to use them in battles. Additionally, some echoes' abilities allow resonators to briefly transform into their shapes. Yes, to some extent. Now let's begin, if you're ready. Can you try to manifest the Crownless's frequency without using your terminal? I am not seeing the Crownless's data in your terminal. So it was indeed absorbed into your body. The Crownless's frequency energy was consumed by your body, leaving no trace behind. But how did you manage to do that? It's as though there's another mechanism within your body capable of absorbing frequency energy. How do you define monster? For resonators like you, such abnormal fluctuations in frequency typically lead to overclocking. When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their forte, causing an overflow of resonance energy. We have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risks of overclocking. Your waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator I've encountered. Your risk of overclocking should be minimal. You don't need to worry about that for the time being. To put it simply, it seems there is another dimension or a creature hiding inside your body. I use that as a metaphor to express my speculation. If such a thing existed within you, scientists would be eagerly seeking to understand it. There are so many mysteries about you worth exploring. It seems we need a simulated combat to figure out what happened in your body. Please hold your terminal tight and stay still. Simulated training ground. Don't worry, Yang Yang and I will assist you. Please fight the simulated tacit discords like you normally would. Transmitting frequency.
Synchronization.
One with the sound. Strike from the shadows.
As Yotan had previously detected, your bodily functions are in good condition, and you seem entirely unaffected by the Crownless's energy. Now, we will temporarily boost your resonance ability for further testing.
moment of resonance.
Not the slightest fluctuation in your frequency energy. So it doesn't help your resonance ability either. This way will be another round to fully test your potential.
Swift and resolute. One with the sound. I sense
We've
it.
gathered all the data we need. The test is ending soon. Rover, you can find the exit straight up ahead.
Rover, can you hear me? Hello?
The comm line is dead. Something's wrong. Gotta be cautious. Now, where is the exit? I'm back to the same spot again. And this moon. What is happening? Are those tacit discords?
Rover! Rover! Thank goodness! You're awake, Baizhi. What happened just now? The connection was suddenly cut off.
Rover, do you still remember what you saw? Can you give us some more details? A giant tacit discord with a scythe. It doesn't sound like the crownless. Might be even higher ranked. This is the first time we've run into anything like this since we put the training ground into use. The sonorosphere captures everything that once happened in a specific time and place, be it good or bad. We built this simulated training ground after the structure of sonorospheres. Our goal was to extract pure remnant energy with the simulated sonorosphere. But we cannot guarantee that all abnormal frequencies were eliminated. Your arrival may have revived the abnormal frequencies we accidentally captured. Remnant energy sometimes gives rise to memory manifestations of sentient beings. You may have encountered one such manifestation. I suspect it could have something to do with your unconscious mind. Such anomalies could have been hiding in the simulation, and they resonated with your subconscious. I'm afraid I can't give you a conclusion yet. I'll also check the simulated sonorosphere again to see what on earth happened to it. In terms of bodily functions, you seem to be in perfect health. In fact, all the data look quite good, but if you feel anything unusual, please come find me anytime.
I am Baizhi, a researcher at the Huashu Academy. Let me witness where this encounter will take us.
Yotan and I will ensure your safety.
Conception.
Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test results?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there's a small paper scroll inside. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. Automata mechanics isn't my field of study. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. Well, that's a no-brainer indeed. We could certainly give it a try. If you're fine with the paper scroll being destroyed by its protective... one moment. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling. It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll drop a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts in his place. He keeps a box full of them. Division of labor is more efficient in getting things done. Besides, I would like to avoid stepping foot in Jiang Li's workshop ever again. The mere thought of that place brings me migraines.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortefi's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. Rover, I don't think we'll find what we need here. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortifi. Rover! Rover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. Mr. Mortifi? We found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena, and the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortifi?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now?
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it. Hold on. Remember when I said don't force it open? Crank that thing another 5 degrees, and not even Jiang Li Yao will be able to save it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use. Now, what kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it! It's located on the way shelf. lives here. Huh. If I remember correctly, Jinzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Jinzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Jinzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... In other words, there are people who need to be misled, and they may obtain these tokens. It seems there may be hidden dangers lurking in Jinzhou. If it were you, Yan Yan, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
「お仕事を終えた私が来た!」どう?漂白者の体の具合は。白紙によると健康そのもので異常はないんですって。印についても少しずつ分かってきたところです。至って普通の一日だったね。強いて言えばチンピおじが張さんちの猫とぶつかって転んじゃったとか、ワンちゃんが通行人に吠えるって苦情があったからちょっと行ってみたとか。あと失踪届が1件あったかな。ちょっと調べてみたけどどうもあんたとは関係ないみたい。明日直接届出人のところへ行っていろいろと聞かなきゃ。そうそう、あんたのデバイスも検索したけどやっぱり引っかからなかったね。あたぼうよ。まあでも美味しいもん食べに行くって約束したしな。明日私の出勤前にみんなでパンファ食堂に行こっか。
あとはもうお家に帰って寝るぐらいかな。それともこれから何かしたいことでもあんの？
漂白者さん、今夜泊まる場所はありますか？
完全に大物扱いされてるじゃん。もうこのままダラダラしてたら朝になっちゃうよ。今日は漂白者を部屋まで案内して、あとは明日の私たちに任せよう。連れてきたよ。正面3つ、辛いのお願い。だから朝食は出来たて熱々の正面しか勝たん。このピリ辛身にしみるな。
漂白者さん、お口に合いますか？
白氏は昨日からずっと研究員や超重要サンプルの漂白者なら話は別かも。研究員の入り口しばらく時間を置けばあっという間に過疎研究員に行列ができる。でその列の先頭を見てみれば漂白者の具合が気になって仕方がない白氏が並んでるってわけでしょ。白氏に用があるときは漂白者を出動させよう。そういえば昨日の話の続きでマンゴスチンと葉っぱの方はまだだけど、飴玉と日時計についてはある程度分かったんだよね。研究員に1回行っただけで2件も解決できるなんて、漂白者が冴えてるっていうか、レイン様はわざと分かりやすくしてる？
漂白者さん、次はどうしますか？
昨日からちょっと頭使いすぎじゃない？そろそろおお、いいぞいいぞ。その調子で残像をガンガン粉々にしちゃえ。
しかも漂白者さんもほどほどにしてください。
でも場外に出るなら私は一緒に行けなくなる。仕事があるからな。やんやん、漂白者のことは任せたぜ。用があってもなくてもいつでも連絡してくれて大丈夫だからな。信じてるよ、漂白者。
はい、そうします。
不论是共鸣者，还是共鸣者所配备的深海，想要提升其能力，都需要投入特定的资源。如果需要提升能力，漂泊者随时可以去训练营寻找炎焰教官进行对应的训练，获取提升所需资源。
Did you hear that? Is that someone crying?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Let's not worry about it, Shizia. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, but I think Rover can handle anything he throws at her. Defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when you came back.
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I need to go look for someone. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Jiyan is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of staying here?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, she could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Deseret Highland?
Mm-hmm, exactly. I grew up in my sect on a mountain. Spent most of my time training with my masters. One day, I was told training in seclusion was not enough. I must engage with the world to further my skills. So I started my self-cultivating journey. I've been to various cities and gained valuable lessons, but there is still so much more to learn. His name is Jiyan. I don't know him in person. On my way down the mountain, I ran into his grandfather who was looking for his grandson on his own, but ended up lost. I couldn't just leave an elderly person like him out there, so I thought I'd escort him to the nearest city and make further plans once we're safe.
You're willing to go to such lengths with someone you don't know. You have a kind soul, Master Jianxin.
It's all thanks to many kind-hearted people. Without them, Mr. Zhongye and I wouldn't have made it to Jinzhou. Mr. Zhongye seemed confused. He's gone through a lot searching for his enlisted grandson. Lending a helping hand was the least I could do. I reported his situation to the patrol station, but with the chaos on the front line, Mr. Zhongye has been extremely worried about his grandson's safety. He'd sneak out to look for his grandson the moment no one was watching. This mangosteen? It's got some fresh-looking leaves, soft, springy skin, and 8 fleshy segments fully ripened inside. It looks like a nice fruit. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhongye's grandson is very likely in the Deseret Highland. Thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him. Of course.
Conception.
No hesitation. Remnants of the past.
You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here? The frontliners are right up ahead.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
A missing person. Jiyan. The one you're looking for. Is he an average person? Not a resonator, I suppose.
Yes. Have you seen him?
I met him once. He's not officially enlisted, but he seemed determined to join us. He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so if he's not in the city, he must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual front lines are right up ahead, and we, the Midnight Rangers...
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you, my outrider comrade. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Is that the beacon? Why are there so many people?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here? It's dangerous.
Oh, nothing really. You see, we're just on our way south to the city.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So hungry.
Oh, please don't arrest us! We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live there anymore. Figured we have to go back to the city. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Some of us can barely move, because we're so damn hungry. Then we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things, we thought it might get us a few pennies.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides. Have you thought about the consequences?
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the tacit discords kill us.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Watch out!
A tough nut, ain't you?
I just helped you. Why did you attack us?
You're not beating us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and grub, or face the consequences. We ain't messing with our kids, but don't tell Test that patience. Just do as you're told. Don't make it tough on yourselves. You'll be lucky to leave in one piece.
I will not bend to injustice. Rover, Yang, please step back as I handle them.
Fine, you asked for this.
We're begging you, stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why did you attack us when I already gave you food and funds? Do you have other mouths to feed, aside from what we see here?
They seem trained. These are not ordinary people.
Of course we're ordinary people. We just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. Tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the battles up north were so crazy. Our new boss ran out of food before we could even figure out the camp. Figured we'd be better off just to go back to the city and get locked up.
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway, so we turned to thieving. We ain't got the balls to rob the army, but with stuff just sitting around, why not? Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us, some injured too. Your first amount ain't gonna cut it for us to survive.
No, wait. What I gave them was more than enough for them to make it to Jinzhou. I used to travel alone when I left my master. I know how much it takes for someone to survive.
Hey, what's wrong with you, girlie? It won't hurt to give us more.
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily in a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a seclusive place, learning the ways of the world from scratch. It's been a hard time, but even I have managed to make a living with my own hands. If you really can't find any job in the city, come to Liu Xian Tea House and ask for jianxin.
Fine. We'll go. Hurry, move, let's get out of here. I'm not listening to this lecture anymore.
No, I wasn't trying to... Wait. Please put that down.
Quite the sharp eye you got. Fine, here you go.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one...
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reaching it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before going?
No hesitation. The end has come. Let the winds roar.
Something you need?
Bad timing. Precipitant! Swift and resolute. Swift and resolute. Ha! 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 One with the sounds. Ha! Hey! Ha! Ha!
Please.
Ha! A moment of resonance. Ha! Strike from this one with the sounds. Ha! Ha! Ha!
Rejuvenating snow.
Ha!
Let me be your blade. Storm, hear my command.
Swift and resolute. I sense that we can keep it together. Huh.
Deference. Speeding up.
The thorns are blocking our path. Weird. The thorns are blocking.
Master Jianxin, are you all right?
This is my first time on a battlefield. It feels so different here.
I know another shipment of supplies has just arrived. I've confirmed it, but it's not nearly enough. We must reach out to the city again and demand more supplies immediately.
But the approval process is going to...
Tell them it's an emergency. We are working around the clock here. Any delay could mean the end of our defense. Do they not comprehend? Here's a list of what we need. I'll talk to them if you can't make them listen. Now go, go, go! Move, move! What is it? Why are we still not done distributing these? You new here? Are you backups too? Wait, you don't look like one of us.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers, and they are...
Excuse me, one moment, please. Careful! This chest holds vital medical supplies. If the wounded return and find no medicine, it's on you. Handle with care and precision. An outrider. So, you were part of the backup force, right? Now, I've got wounded soldiers coming soon, and you're just in time to help. Oh, sorry, have to answer this. Yes, what is it? An overclocked resonator. Understood. I'll be there immediately. I'm sorry, could you do me a favor? The wounded soldiers are being sent back from the front lines. We need someone to escort them to the medics, but I've got to deal with the overclocked resonator now. Could you please take care of them?
What exactly do you need us to do?
Just make sure they are safe. The medics will take care of their wounds.
Thank you.
It's so busy here. It looks like they don't even have the time to catch their breath.
Things are always like this in the rear. The frontline soldiers focus solely on battle, following orders and striking enemies. But in the rear, personnel must juggle numerous tasks: supplies, medical care, equipment maintenance, personnel management, and logistics. They must carefully manage these matters to provide vital support for our fighters.
So this is what a real war looks like. I had no idea it could get this bad.
Most people would never have the chance to witness any of this. It's natural for you not to know. I think this is exactly what our military strives for, to ensure peace and safety for our citizens. It's a sacrifice made so others don't have to live in fear.
Are you all right?
I'm okay. I'm just a little out of breath. It's okay. I'm fine.
I'll go find a medic.
Like I said, it's not a big deal. No need to fix me up. Let me go.
Please calm down. Your wound is still bleeding.
That's barely a scratch. You can't stop me. That's not bravado. My wounds can close on their own. It's my resonance ability.
Stop squirming, will you? We're here because you need our help. Calm down and stay where you are. Please hold him still for me.
Sure.
Thank you for your assistance. You must be tired. Please take some rest.
They look badly injured.
Don't worry, they've received proper treatment now. They'll recover in time. Thanks to General Jiyan, we've seen a significant drop in the number of casualties. I've heard from veterans that soldiers used to be ordinary people, not resonators. The battles were brutal even back then, with the stench of blood lingering through the rain. But things have improved. Each injury represents countless tacit discords eliminated by our brave soldiers. Resonators in the Midnight Rangers are incredible warriors. Those who have to retreat from injury must have already taken out hundreds of enemies.
They are the ones keeping our people safe. What I've been doing is not worth mentioning compared to them.
Please don't put it like that. Without your help, we couldn't have helped so many wounded soldiers in such a short time. Now that they're all safe, you should go and take care of your own issues.
Thank you. May I ask where the quartermaster is?
The quartermaster isn't here. He's on the floor above, directing munitions distribution. Just take that lift and you should find him there.
Rover, where are we going next?
Here are some recipes for dietary supplements from my sect. They might help the wounded recover sooner.
Oh, great. You have my thanks.
have you confirmed the inventory? What about the spare list? Sort out the consumables as soon as possible and check our communication lines while you're at it. Yua, deliver this list to Asher. You're not Yua. Where is she? What do you need?
Excuse me. I'm an outrider of the Midnight Rangers. This is Rover, and this is Master Jianxin, who came here to look for someone.
Sure. Please excuse me. I'll join you later.
What are you doing? Oh, please excuse me. Thought that was a grenade. Is this a mangosteen? It's a type of old-fashioned explosive. The lament caused a global technological regression and shortage of resource. While tacitite weapons were being developed, most people had limited knowledge of tacitite as an energy source. As a result, primitive products combining old and new technology emerged. The hand grenade was one of them. With the rapid growth of tacitite weapons, these crude explosives were eventually phased out in favor of more advanced weaponry. Well, it's not a local fruit, so we can only get it through imports. But with the recent tacit discord outbreaks, we've had to prioritise bringing in the essentials. We'll get back to importing more of these after General Jiyan makes his triumphant return. Now, currently, there's only one waterway open from Port Gunchao in the south of the city. Now, the rear guards would regularly go there to escort goods. What more do I know? The military rarely buys this fruit for rations due to its short shelf life. Plus, it looks too much like a grenade, and that could cause some issues.
Master Jianxin, have you found the person you're looking for?
Yes, I found Jiyan. We will return to the city with the logistics team. We will go find Mr. Zhang Ye to let him know he is safe. I heard you two still have other matters to attend to. When you have the time, let's catch up at Liu Xian Tea House. It's my great pleasure to have met you.
Us running into Master Jianxin was a one-off incident. If the mangosteen indicates something about war, what is Madam Magistrate trying to convey? Have you thought of something, Rover?
I think...
So Madam Magistrate wants to tell us about the TD outbreak? If those tacit discords break through our defenses, it would be a disaster for not just Huanglong, but for all of humanity. We haven't reached the front lines yet, but I can already smell the iron in the air. I sense tension and unease. Our soldiers stationed at the borders, I hope they're okay.
General!
Follow the Qinglong. Time to fight back. Settled. Wind Rider. Wind Rider.
What's the matter? Are you all right? Oh, I was worried. You just stood there and gazed into the distance. You were unresponsive when I tried talking to you.
It felt as if I was seeing through the eyes of a tacit discord. I think I saw what was happening in the Norfall Barrens.
An imposing warrior wielding the power of a Qinglong. The Qinglong is the Midnight Ranger's emblem. It's also the symbol of General Jiyan, the leader of all Midnight Rangers. The front lines are not far from here. General Jiyan must be there, fighting alongside our soldiers to keep the tacit discords away. It doesn't seem like a coincidence. We're your vision. It might be what was happening on the battlefield not far away. The battle itself is a clear sign of an anomaly. The streams from the Norfall Barrens feel more suffocating than ever. Rover, something on that battlefield must be connected to you. Though we have no idea what it is. But I didn't hear anything or sense any frequencies. Rover?
According to Baiji, the leaf showed residual fluctuations of tacit discords. Those fluctuations pointed to a certain set of coordinates.
And that is Siege Village in the Central Plains. As I make myself reflect on my goals and plans, those voices in the streams become clearer, and everything starts to make more sense. Rover, perhaps you can give it a try. This must be the place. I sensed something ominous from the leaf back there, but I couldn't pinpoint its source. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. And now, the hatred and pain is so strong in this place. I don't even need a concentrate to feel it. Rover, something terrible must have happened here. We have to be cautious. This is a tacit field. Let's take out those tacit discords first.
Transmitting frequency. Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
Let me be your blade. Storm, hear my command.
Swift and resolute. I sense your weakness. The hour is upon us.
Let me be your blade. Please. Speeding up.
Endless reverberation.
Swift and resolute.
I think I found something, Rover. A ritualistic wooden plaque. But why are they here? They seem to belong to a different time. I remember reading about something like this. People...
I see. Let's check somewhere else.
Watch out! Something's not right. Why wouldn't it attack us?
Brother. Brother. Help! Help.
It seems to only repeat these lines. This is not a common tacit discord. Tacit discords attack other living beings because they need to feed on those frequencies to make themselves whole again. When frequencies are scattered and recombined, a new tacit discord is born. This one probably devoured the frequencies of humans, turning the last bits of a human's consciousness into such monotonous mumbles. Are these words the last cries of someone in... I'm sorry. No, that's beyond my ability. I just sensed some complex feelings from it. A mixture of deep sadness and eager anticipation. Rover, I think I know what's going on here. It seems to be begging for help, but it's not asking us to help it. I can sense the pained cries of this tacit discord. Now the village is crying. Wait, something based on the... Perhaps there must... I'll inform... Sorry. I know it doesn't thank you, Rover. As for the little one here... The area is a mess, but it doesn't look like a war zone. Someone was hurt and dragged away. Look, there are many footprints here. These are... someone was injured. These cards... I see. The Fraxidus is likely behind it all.
The Fraxidus?
Yes. I don't know much about the Fraxidus, but as an outrider, I've worked on related cases. It's a group of extremists obsessed with fusing humans with tacit discords.
Fusing humans and tacit discords?
We've seen signs of their presence in Jinzhou, left by lower-ranked members called artificers. Above the artificers are the overseers. No one knows their true intentions, and there is one particularly insane overseer, a man who sees no order and revels in they belong to this one overseer I'm talking about. They call him...
Guess you won't need my self-introduction. Oh, I spent... If you need to hear it from me, then yes, I am Scar. Cruel and twisted maniac. We deserve a meeting free of such disturbances, don't you agree? The girl, she's gonna sway your judgment. So you really care about her. Don't worry, I don't plan to make you hate me just yet. She is safe now. Well, let's just enjoy our time together for the moment. Forget about that irrelevant person, will you? I have a lot to share with you. To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories. So, it's true. That makes sense, given how fragile you were when you woke up, or I would have questioned the authenticity of those rumors. So you noticed. Oh, I am flattered. No need to be so on edge. By now, you should have realized I'm just one of the onlookers. But out of all the onlookers, I'm the only one who came forward to meet you with absolute honesty. Before you knew anything about this world, you were already the center of conflict. You are the unknown variable we've been waiting for. Forces have been fighting for possession over you. From the moment you opened your eyes, everyone you've met, including that girl you care so much about, they all knew how valuable you are. The world is a cruel place. You are a living, breathing person, but you're just a pawn to many.
That's why I'm here. Because I see you as a dear friend, and I want to tell you the truth. I am so sorry for everything you're about to face. But truth hurts sometimes. You could say I'm looking forward to your choice. My goal is simple. I just want to deepen our mutual understanding, nothing more. Come on. Observe the surroundings a little more and tell me what you see. As you learn more about this world, your true desires will surface, and our little game will become even more entertaining. And before that, I don't want anyone to disturb my precious alone time with you. That's all. Why do you have to assume we are the culprits? Maybe you should be asking me what actually happened here. I won't tell you everything just yet. That's too boring. As I said, why don't you take a look around and see for yourself? So go ahead. What do you see? Bravo! Didn't think you'd catch on to that. Now, what is the conclusion you've drawn? I see you don't really trust those villagers. So they were right about you. You are indeed quite exceptional. I like it. Your keen observation, precise judgment, and accurate understanding of human nature. Let me give you a couple more tips. The truth is far more complicated than you think. First, who are the players in our tale? An innocent girl, a revered leader, and a flock of simple villagers. Next, what makes up our main plot? False devotion, fleeting kindness, collective deceit, senseless killings, and the one vulnerable soul pushed onto a path of destruction by the masses. Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin. I'm eager to hear your version after you've learned more. Huh? What is it? Are you back for some chit-chat? I see. So, you want to cheat, huh? A clever move, unbound by convention. I like it. But I'm not telling you more. Not yet. Wouldn't want our first conversation to become a boring exchange of words, just parroting each other's lines. You don't want to disappoint me so soon, Rover. Huh? What is it? No. I refuse. Oh, and don't try to threaten me. You're not in a place to bargain, remember? You don't want to disappoint me so soon, Rover. come on. No need to get so worked up. I see you're itching for a fight. But our game isn't over yet. Strike now and risk being crippled. And what a shame it would be to miss out on these crucial clues right in front of you. After all this effort, do you truly want to throw it all away? Our story begins here. Once upon a time, in a peaceful village, lived a flock of carefree lambs. In the day, they toiled for food, and when evening fell, they sought refuge from the looming threat of wolves. Fables, stories told and retold through the ages. The ancient art of conveying hidden truths through fiction. But they always draw from real life, don't they? The same story gets told by many, and each person brings their own spin, their own focus. Whatever you learn from it is just one of countless different interpretations. Like us now, caught in a carefully crafted plotline, a scheme I had no hand in. This village marks the beginning of my story with Jinzhou. So that magistrate led you here to meet me. Such a clever move on her part. One day, a shepherd visited the village. The shepherd brought them promises of abundance and protection. The lambs, drawn in by his words, soon lived in comfort and security. Nope, quite the opposite. The shepherd's arrival is only the beginning. With a wave of his hand, the shepherd could grant their every wish. His flock obeyed, bowing their heads, pleading for better food and shelter. They no longer had to struggle for survival, as their once meager lives were replaced with endless luxury. The flock worshipped their shepherd-turned-god, praising him and holding him in the highest regard. What's wrong? Does my story make you uncomfortable? Imagine you were one of those lambs, facing irresistible temptation and pressure from your peers. Wouldn't you bow down and beg for food from your master? Oh, so we agree already. You are right, but the world we live in falls short of our ideals. It's up to the two of us to make that ideal world a reality.
Huh.
The lambs reveled in endless bonfire parties, celebrating their new god every night. Except the one little black lamb. As each night passed, it was the only one to notice how its flock was dwindling away. Rover, do you think someone would give you what you want without taking anything from you? I once believed that too. Thought as long as I paid a high enough price, I could get my desired outcome. But true equality is scarce, always has been. The world was never a fair place, wouldn't you agree? To receive equal retribution, one must give more and more and more. When every wish comes with a hefty price, people weigh their options carefully. But when they can make someone else bear the price, they all rush to make more wishes. They don't consider they too may one day pay for another's selfish desire. Funny, isn't it? Later, the shepherd openly blamed the black lamb for the flock's decline. On the next day, the white lambs welcomed the rising sun as usual, but the black lamb was nowhere to be found. The shepherd introduced an unspoken rule to this village, one that our black lamb violated by telling the truth. Suddenly, the once doting god stopped fulfilling wishes because no more sacrifices were being made. After witnessing the Black Lamb's actions and hearing from their almighty shepherd, what do you suppose the White Lambs did? Ah, those oblivious lambs. Little did they know the most fearsome demon was right under their noses. Well done. You didn't let any details slip. Now, I wonder, what is your takeaway from this story? Answer me and I'll reveal the truth of what happened. Who was the real culprit behind the diminishing number of lambs? Indeed, the direct culprit was the shepherd. He held all the power, fulfilling wishes at a price. The lambs knew the risks, yet succumbed to temptation. Unfortunately, in the face of such temptation, they disregarded all the hidden risks, as disaster had yet to befall them. If they were given another chance, I believe they would still choose the same path. Inevitably, they accepted their fate and paid the price when their time came. Now, my second question. What price did the lambs pay for their wishes? Of course, as always, life was the most valuable thing they had to offer. Here's my final question. What happened to the black lamb? Don't rush, Rover. Take your time. What is the truth you've uncovered?
The shepherd was granting wishes by sacrificing the lives of lambs. The flock found out the truth, but chose to be his accomplices. and they willingly offered the black lamb as another sacrifice.
That's right! Little lambs cowered and huddled in their village, terrified of the relentless wolf packs. Until a shepherd arrived, bearing the gift of wishes and providing shelter and sustenance. Slowly, the shepherd gained control over the flock, and the lambs lived contented lives. But this is not the end of our story. The shepherd found the solitary black lamb in his flock and offered to grant any wish it desired. In exchange, he wanted one of its companions as a sacrifice. The black lamb refused, and it was shunned by its flock, left without shelter or sustenance. After the black lamb's exile, more lambs continued to vanish. The shepherd then blamed the black lamb for breaking the rules and withheld his wish-granting power as punishment. From the very beginning, the lambs knew the risk of making wishes. They too could become sacrifices for those of others. But they always believed it wouldn't be them. Meanwhile, some lambs reasoned that since they had already risked being sacrificed for someone else's wish, it was then only fair to pass on that risk for a chance at fulfilling their own desires. And so they continued to play the game. They all knew the consequences, but chose to remain silent. Fearful, yet greedy, they followed the shepherd's orders and made wishes again and again, until one day, a brave black lamb spoke up, shattering the flock's facade, their illusion of a peaceful and happy life. Shepherd's great pursuit, sparking hatred in their hearts. Suddenly, they could no longer ignore the blood and ashes of past sacrifices littering the ground. How do you like my story, Rover? What really happened here? I suppose you already have it figured out? The black lamb who rebelled against the rules, and the white lambs who succumbed to their greed. The innocent maidens sacrificed, and the villagers who turned on each other in a ruthless frenzy. They had it coming. All the shepherd had to do was execute the rebel. That's how he kept the flock in check and maintained the status quo. Fun answer, but no. Not even close. I was never the shepherd. Never will be. You and I, we are the black lamb. The one who breaks the rules. Interesting, Rover. I'm liking you more and more. Well then, let's see if this black lamb is going to end up like you say. Welcome to the realm of endless chaos. Now is your time to think, Rover. What is the right path to take? Oh, you've found us already. Shake and shiver, blink an eye. A flock of lambs comes passing by. Flows of white, black, and red. Who's the sweetest one ahead? Watch out, my dear. Your pioneers are lying at your feet. Don't look back. Join the... Don't rush. One slip, and you'll shatter to pieces. Such brutality! Can't you see? We are kindred. Tell me, do you want to be the rule-setting shepherd or the rule-breaking black lamb? If a sane person manages to survive in a realm of lunatics, would you call them the last one of reason? Or the sole apostle? Think about it! The shepherd is not the preordained embodiment of truth. Once he is gone evil, the black lamb can reclaim the trust of its herd. Then, eventually, there will be none left to be victims or aggressors!
Speeding up. Swift and resolute. One with the sounds.
Such a pesky girl.
Rover? Rover! I shattered Scar's illusion. That should have injured him.
Oh! Should I thank you for showing me mercy?
Stay away from her!
Didn't you promise to leave me some alone time with Rover?
With one condition. I do hope you haven't let that slip from your mind. Don't let your improvisation trouble others.
Look at you, rushing in to protect your precious, perfect movement. No worries. I know all the do's and don'ts. I don't need you to tell me what to do. Rover, it seems our happy little date must come to an end. But don't forget my sincere reminders. Let me know what you choose. An unexpected gift? An honest and open exchange? Or a highly risky gamble? The choice is yours. I know how smart you are. You won't make a hasty decision. We'll meet again in the not too distant future.
They're gone. Should we go after them? Scar's resonance abilities appear to involve teleportation and the manipulation of space. He trapped me in confinement, and I could only sense that it wasn't far from here. It took me some time to break that barrier. Sorry, Rover. If only I could have reached you sooner.
Brother.
Huh? Why are you here, little one? I've never seen any tacit discord display such vivid emotions. The brother had mentioned. Could it be? Yes, that is a possibility, since Scar had been here before. Let's talk about it later. Rover, can you fill me in on what happened? It seems all the tragedies in Tea Tree Village were linked to that ritual. Making up stories based on real life to support his twisted beliefs? That does sound like something he might do. We cannot take his words for granted. Now, we must locate where the ritual took place and see for ourselves. What's the matter? Two distinct frequencies of tacit discords. I see. I can feel it in the streams. Over there. Follow me.
In the south.
They are unharmed. Please rest assured. As you anticipated, Scar did not try to kill them. Yes, I stayed out of it like you asked. Is everything all right on your end? Please be sure to stay safe, my lady.
Rover, do you still have the plaque we found earlier? The one broken in half? Yes, as I thought. Yes, as I thought. I just felt a similar vibration from that direction. Please follow me.
It's the missing half. We can piece them together now. It. There is such a big opening down here. I can't believe it. There is such a big opening down here. How odd. This place should have been soaked in water, but everything is dry here. Even the vegetation is thriving. Did Scar do this? Given his powers, it doesn't seem too hard for him. That tree, it's stunning. It's almost eerily enchanting.
Please, save us.
Are you trying to tell us about something hidden here? Where did it go? just wanted to save her village. But those sacrifices didn't lead to redemption. I guess the tacit discord we saw stayed here to convey her last wishes. Please excuse me. It's getting a bit too cold here. Can we head back now? Sorry, Rover. I didn't feel comfortable down there. The air was heavy in that place, without any wind to speak of. But I could still feel so many emotions and desperate cries for help. I couldn't handle it. The villagers were a complex mix of emotions. Hope, resentment, and despair. And as I read the diary, I could feel the intense sorrow and longing of its own. What was the diary's owner longing for? Was my apologies. I got lost in thoughts. I wish I could say such tragedies won't happen again, but I still lack the confidence to make that claim. It was tragedies like this that made me want to become an outrider. I cannot stop the lament, but at least I should. Really? Dwelling on it won't do us any good. Yes, let's go back.